everyone, picking back up from where we left off in the last episode. We're right here still on the summary screen from the end of that mission. We can see our shield that we've been using on Brandon is starting to deteriorate. It's got a 15% chance of failure if we use it again. But we added an extra shield that we picked up from that destroyed drone out down here that Tommy's carrying around. So that actually kind of means we don't really care too much about this. And then we picked up the ship surveyor, picked up our jump fuel, which is super useful, and we picked up our scrap. We picked up 4. So we're in good shape. Let's come back over here. We can add our ship surveyor to the ship upgrade slot. What the ship surveyor lets us do is immediately identify all the rooms and doors and airlocks on a ship right from the get-go. It doesn't scan the rooms, it just shows us where they are. So we still have to do a lot of exploration on our own, but it gives us some more options for if, like what had happened on my very first mission, where the slime kind of just immediately grew into my generator room, and the only other airlock I could see was also covered with slime. If we'd had the surveyor, we might have found another airlock on the other side of the ship and been able to continue from there. So we're going to go ahead and take the possibly failing shield off of Brandon and give him the nice shiny new one. And we'll hold that one in reserve and maybe use it next mission, or maybe use it once this one gets into trouble. Or we might wind up selling it. It's just kind of a nice little redundancy to have right now. That's really all the drone config we need to do. We don't have anything we're really trying to sell right now. Or convert into scrap, because we're not at the auto trader. You can add lures for scrap, but we're still at 5 of 6, so we'd be wasting 2 of those. And we can convert it into scrap. This would be 10 scrap to repair. We can also add radiation shielding to it, or have it recharge. Normally it's just like a flat amount. You just have 500. And if you take a couple hits, then you're stuck at 300. And it never goes back up, but you can modify it so that you can recharge it. They've been adding some cooler mods to things lately. So I said this tech ship was going to be our next one. We're pretty much set to go. One thing to keep track of is the fact that we don't know how many infestation types are on here. Now, based on the rest of the galaxy, which is all ones, except for 1, 2, it's probably only 1. It could be 2. I'm almost certain it's not 3. But I think we're actually pretty good to board. Nobody took any damage. We'd swapped out that one shield, and we didn't pick up any super vital upgrades that were going to are going to affect our strategy. So, as you can see, our ship surveyor has done its work. We can see, I think they always give you like one other room that they'll just randomly let you see. This one's got a dead drone in it, as well as a defense and some scrap, which is nice to know. And other than that, we're just going to have to begin and find out. Now let's see, did they fix the pathing on this? They did not. So there's still some pathfinding issues on begin if you're in that kind of situation early on, where drones 4 and 3 are closer to the door. Let's navigate drone 3 into R12 to tow that ship upgrade. Back to home. Remote power. I love remote power. It's probably my favorite. Let's see. I'm actually going to bring 2 down here. Because I want to use that interface. So if I had the remote power installed already, I could have both R12's power inlet and R13's power inlets running at the same time. Well, that's boring. That does not help me. Alright. Back to R12. It's time to start looking. So we're going to drop a lure, going to power up our shield, not our shelf. Going to open a D25. We're going to see if there's anything in here. There is not. That's good. Here's our interface over here, so we can do that, we can do that, we can do that, and then we'll be able to ship scan again, and we'll see that there's yet another computer terminal, but that didn't really help us much. Vacuum out, D9, D25, go pick our lure back up. Okay. Drop a lure, D7. Anything in there? Anybody home? No. Okay, nothing in here. Pick up on that, drop it again. You can see our process here is pretty easy. Another brute. That is interesting. Alright. That's actually bad. Because we can't... we've got him trapped in a room that we don't want him trapped in. Now, so what we want to do is we want to lure him into R6. We know there's nothing good in there because we've ship scanned down there. The only problem is we have to do that with more lures, probably. And that's slime. Which means now we are racing the clock. Because... okay, he's killed that lure. Okay, we've closed D18. I'm going to go D9, D7, D5. We're going to bring these guys over here. We're going to see, we might have to just start aborting because that slime is growing and it's going to get in too close. Back up. Great. That was our drone who only had 10 HP, so he was not healthy enough to navigate around the slime. We're going to get him out with only 20 HP left on Tommy. So, yeah, we're not in great shape. And in fact, I'm not even really sure if I'm going to be able to get Brandon here out. His shield can protect him a little bit, but not a ton, and the slime actually slows you down when you're running through it as well. So we're going to do that. I think really, So I typed end because we're getting everybody out, although you need to keep towing, Tommy. Don't want to leave Zach behind. Alright, we're gonna try, actually, continue towing. Bring them there. Briefly going to dock down here. And we're going to try our luck. Oh my god, just get out of the way. Bad pathfinding. There we go. So we're going to see what happens down here. Our shield is still on. We are ready to lure, except it looks like that won't be necessary. We've got a couple ship upgrades we can grab, so it won't be a total wash. Okay, dock A1. So the thing that really sucks is we don't have any power down here. So we don't have any way of getting in to that piece of scrap and that dead drone that are there in that room that we already know about. And we can tell, actually, from this little halo around him, he's got a shield. Yet another one. And this ship would also be a good candidate for commandeering, which is something you can do if you clear out all of the... Oh, those are all gone. Okay, great. Which is something you can do if you search every room and if you clear out all the enemies. You can commandeer a ship, and right now I think the only benefit to that is... well, I think there's a couple story missions that require you to commandeer a certain type of ship and carry it to a certain type of place. I actually haven't gotten that far yet in any of my games. But also we can see here, this is a ship upgrade slot, this is a ship upgrade slot, this is a ship upgrade slot. There might be more. We just can't see them. And since our ship only has 2, that would be good to have. Okay. That was not great. We had somebody get disabled, we lost 50 hit points on Tommy, we took some damage to our shield, deteriorated very rapidly, like 17% already, and it's only been used on one mission. Alright. But we picked up the remote power, which is, again, really useful, and that's going to help us out a lot in the future. I think this shield is actually in worse shape than this one. Yeah, so we'll bring that one. Why does it say I used it on 4 missions? Maybe because the previous guy did. Can you pick stuff up that's already got use accumulated? That's interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah, because I haven't even been on 4 missions. Very cool. So we're going to have to go over here and repair Zach, at least a little bit. And I think I already equipped this, right? Yep. I think that is how I'm going to... no, let's go to the trader. That's our next stop, I think. We're going to go to the trader. And we're going to board. Haha. And the trader, it's just a droid kind of thing. It's, you know, there's no negotiating or anything. It's just you pay or you don't pay. You know, everything's kind of at flat prices. Although it looks like, I think they fixed, it used to be be that ship upgrades only sold for 3, I think. Or maybe you can only convert them into scrap for 3. It's better to, no, I think it used to be that they would sell for 3, but you could convert them into 6 scrap on your own. So they fixed that, so now it's 6 across the board. That's good. And one thing we could do, we could buy a piece of propulsion fuel, which would get us, it would cost us 5 of our 6 scrap, but it would enable us to go hit that military A ship, which could be really useful. I think I'm going to do that. So now we have 1+1 propulsion fuel, which gives us enough stuff to get over there. Although actually I want to see, is there anything I want to sell? I kind of want to hold on to both shields since they're both failing, or could fail. I want to get the last use out of them and then still have the other one available for kind of as a backup. So yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and hop over to this military ship, and that's where we'll leave it today. Thanks everybody for watching.